My idea for it was, we always get two, Sword Shield, Scarlet Violet, Black White. What if the two are cross-gen, where one is a Switch game, and one was built for the Switch 2?
That's really interesting. I think that's an interesting way to do it. It's worth noting, Pokemon has never been cross-generational. Outside of like the Game Boy Color-ish stuff, I think Crystal was only actually playable on Game Boy Color. I don't think you could actually insert that into an original Game Boy, but Gold and Silver you could. But I like that idea.
Obviously, like Scarlet Violet run better on the Switch 2. They've got the Switch 2 upgrades, but in order to actually utilize the Switch 2, you have to think they have to get rid of the Switch version.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why it should be.
Robert, I just want to clarify here. Were you talking about one being playable on both the Switch and the Switch 2, and then one just exclusively being a Switch 2 game?
Essentially, yeah, and make it very obvious. Hey, this is a Switch game. This is a Switch 2 game. You get a very similar story, but even then, you can play with the story. I'm thinking of the kind of overarching storylines of Scarlet and Violet, where you had the one professor who went to the past, and then you had the one that went to the future. Play with that more, where the Switch 1 game is more of an HD 2D type thing, and it runs flawlessly on there. But then the Switch 2 game utilizes the power of the Switch 2. There's new Pokemon, there's 100 new Pokemon, whatever. They're in both games. You can trade between the two, but if you only have a Switch right now, and in the future you get a Switch 2, now you have another game that you're going to buy day one. It might cost more to actually make them and develop them, but you're essentially double dipping now.
Did you just double dip that Pokemon?